Fez Show. Starting the week on a Tuesday. Ron Bennington, Fez Wiley with you. And Thursday night, we're going to be at Dave and Buster's this Thursday at the White Flint Mall in Bethesda.
Yeah, we'll give out some of those power cards now. Just give us a call, 866-277-4969, 866-277-4969 if you'd like to pick up some of those power cards when you come out and see us Thursday night. And Fez, I understand now we're finally back on live on 105.7. I have no idea what happened the first hour. Who was running this thing? We don't have Wendell here today?
Wendell was on the phone, and who was running it, J-Dub?
Bateman was back there working on it.
Bateman?
Yeah. While Wendell was talking him through it.
All right, bring Bateman in.
All right.
All right, so I'm sorry, Live 105.7, but boy, did you miss it.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
First hour was hilarious. We were killing.
Huge.
Oh.
I say every hour is hilarious.
Oh, shut up, Bateman.
Being serious.
Here's what I need you to do.
Flunky.
You got, instead of sitting there trying to buff our shoes from, why wasn't the feed on tonight? What happened?
I have no idea. If Wendell had me doing like 8,000 different button pushing.
Because you're an engineer.
Yes, apparently.
Where was Wendell all this time?
I have no idea.
Volunteer fire service?
He was on the phone walking me and the guy from Baltimore through it.
Put some of the fires out here.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
You know what? Why don't I start and walk people through our job, where I'll just lay at my house at home, I'll call up, Sid, be funnier and quicker. And I'll come up with something that's easy for everybody to comprehend, but they hadn't thought of it themselves before.
Sid, start talking about LaToya.
Go with the toy angle. Act like you're her. Well, thank you, Bateman. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And not so much for what you did getting us back on, but that whole butt-kissing thing you did when you came. I find every hour hilarious.
I can't help it if it's the greatest show ever.
Stop it.
I'm mad that I missed the first hour working in the back there.
Oh, God, it was great, Bateman.
I'm going to burn a CD for myself just for later.
You know what? Burn a joint for yourself and just sit back and relax, enjoy the rest of the night.
I'm very stressed.
All right, let me ask you guys a social thing here. And you know I'm not the type of person I like to bring up the inner workings of the radio station. But something happened to me earlier tonight that took me aback. You and I were in our office talking. I go out to use the restroom upstairs. As I'm walking in, I'm at the urinal. I hear talking. It's coming from one of the stalls. And there's talking and laughing and going on. Tim, who works upstairs, I'll just call him Tim.
Sure.
I think that's his name. As he's sitting on the toilet, is talking away on a cell phone as if it's the most natural thing in the world.
Maybe it's me and I can't do two things at one time, but there is no way I could do that.
I do it all the time.
What? Never when you talk to me, Dubs. I want that promise right now.
I've never done it with you, but I've done it with Fez.
It got in my ear.
Now,
he called me with the toilet phone.
Now, you're using the toilet at home or here?
I was actually using it here that time.
And what are you talking about with them?
What was going on that night? And we needed to talk on the phone. I can't remember.
They couldn't wait 5-10 minutes, however long it takes you?
Actually, he called me, and I didn't
Don't answer when he's calling you in your pants.
Yes, I'll understand.
I didn't want to call back and,
My favorite thing is when I call you and I just get to leave a message and not actually talk to you anyway.
Well, yeah, isn't your favorite thing is when you call him and he's just grunting back to you?
God.
I kept it very nonchalant.
You know, I thought I smelled something. I thought I did. I thought, no, Fez, Marie, you're crazy.
You call yourself Fez Marie?
Sometimes.
That is crazy.
When someone's calling me from the toilet? Yes.
You know what? You're right. I find that... I find it antisocial to begin with. I think it borders on some kind of a scat homoeroticism that I'm not comfortable with at all.
You know what it is? It's like a flasher. It's like, all right, I'm going to talk to these people while my pants are down. It's some sort of indecent exposure kick.
But see, here's the thing. Like, let's say the guy's in the bathroom. We've all had this, that somebody we work with is using the toilet, and they yell out to you, hey, remember, you know what I mean? That's uncomfortable enough. But the fact that the other person doesn't know about it, and if I couldn't even begin to explain the joy I heard in Tim's voice as he's talking, and I specifically heard him talking about how long a certain plane flight is. So he's basically talking vacation plans, And the other poor person has no idea that the man who is saying this is defecating as this conversation is going on. I'm not even comfortable with a baby doing that.
Ron, that's just all code talk. Him telling someone the plane's coming in for a landing.
All right.
Was about the stall business he was doing.
Don't explain any further. I don't even want to know anymore.
That's just sick, Tim.
Yeah.
My whole thing is that I can't talk for too long when I'm doing it because I don't want to flush while I'm talking to the person, because then that's when you get questions about it.
Oh, you're just caught between worlds, aren't you?
You're filthy. You're filthy.
And then now you've got that phone in there, and your hands are with it, and it's particles are flying.
What is it, Tommy?
What would you have done if he asked you to pass him some toilet paper?
No, not going to happen. First of all, I'm as quiet as a mouse, as if I've walked into a murder scene. I'm just trying to tiptoe out of this, as I see it as a totally antisocial. And I was ashamed for him. I'm going to tell you the truth. I felt anything it was shame.
I'm still thinking murder scene with a really tiny oblong chalk outline on the floor of the stall.
The whole plane's coming in for a landing. I'm still disgusted by it. I have problems with you even using euphemisms about it. What is it, Sid? What happened? You kicked out of your house again?
No, I'm actually back in.
Oh, good.
Tommy called me today. I was on the toilet.
No.
Yeah.
And you talked to him?
The whole conversation was about 20 minutes.
It was 30. I looked at my phone to see how many minutes I had just wasted. That's disgusting. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Look how proud he is.
Why would you do such a thing, Sid?
I don't see it as wrong.
And why would you guys talk for 30 minutes?
Oh, you don't see it as wrong?
No. I have no problem with using the restroom and talking on the phone to somebody.
Maybe I'm wrong here. I'll open up the phones. 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969. As a matter of fact, Sid, I'll go this far. With my kids, right? If I happen to be in the bathroom and someone calls, and if they were to ever say, "Oh, my dad's in the bathroom, I'll call you later," they would be in trouble with me. That's nobody's business in the outside world, let alone answer a phone while I'm sitting on a toilet. But am I a Puritan? Am I Amish? Maybe I'm wrong. 866-277-4969.
I just have my parents hand me the phone when I'm on the toilet.
You're lying.
I know. I've got
They'll
no
open
problem.
the door and hand you the phone?
Crack it open and just reach the hand in with
So
the
they
phone.
can't see.
Right.
So you'll just say, "Mom, hand me the phone."
Yeah.
And they'll do it?
Yes.
You're filthy. What? All right, Fez, you're going to be disgusted with this. I'm looking on the instant feedback at ronandfez@AOL.com. I get an IM from the Halloween goddess who says, "I called your show once from the toilet."
Oh.
She's disgusting.
I knew her call stunk, but gee whiz. I'm teasing, Goddess.
Oh, I didn't know. I really thought you meant it that way. Here's Bill. Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
How you doing, my man?
Good. Hey, at work, I won't use a cell phone at work on the toilet, but at home, I certainly will. I just think it's pretty good time management. You know, there's only so many hours in a day, and sometimes you gotta take care of business.
That's filthy.
Multitask.
What?
I would be so, I'm pretty bathroom shy to begin with.
I know you are.
Very, very much so. I would be so worried that the person on the other end would hear any sort of plop or anything hitting the water and go, "What was that?"
A kaplunk. They would hear a kaplunk and a splash. Oh, God.
I'm playing Plinko.
And, Bill, what kind of work do you do?
Information technology.
All right, you need a new job, because if you're multitasking while you're sitting on the toilet, that's too much. You need a union. Nobody should have to work that long. 866-277-4969. Hey, Jason, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, I do it all the time, man. I just did it this weekend.
Who are you talking on the phone with like that?
Just some guy I used to go to high school with. I haven't talked to him in probably a year. He called me up to see what I was doing.
Did you tell him?
Now, is it a cell phone, or you take your phone in there with you?
No, my cell phone.
Oh, it's just disgusting.
What?
Yeah, he asked me what I was doing. I let him know.
All right, that's enough. See, that is homoerotic. And I'd hang up completely. My phone, I'd be hanging up. All the person would hear, pig, and then a dial tone.
I'm now going to have to ask J-Dubs every single time I talk to him, are you on the can?
If I was you, if I heard his voice, I'd hang up immediately. Just on the off chance it would happen again. Kelly, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, I used to work in this law firm in Washington, D.C., and they had an executive bathroom on one of the floors that only the attorneys could use. But, I used to go in there. And they had a phone mounted on the wall in the stall of the bathroom so the lawyers could talk on the phone while they were in the bathroom.
Lawyers, you know what? That, and this way it's coming up both ends, and it smells the same. Thank you very much. 866-277-4969. Believe me, I'd rather, when talking to a lawyer, I'd rather they just held the phone up to their can, because then it's all getting done the same way. Here's Randy. Randy, you're on Ron and Fez.
All right, let's take it to a new level, guys.
Yeah.
My ex one time came into the bathroom when we were dating.
Yeah.
And gave me a big tongue kiss.
While you're sitting on the toilet?
While I was on the toilet.
You know what I would say? When I'm off this, I expect you and your stuff to be gone. Because you're filthy and disgusting.
Stick your tongue out.
Yeah.
That's true love, gentlemen.
Yeah, if you're Jim Norton. For the rest of us, we're completely disgusted by it.
True love of what? Oh. Dubs, I swear, I'm going to have to get a new cell phone. I feel like you've contaminated mine.
I feel like you're to blame. I can't look at you the same way, Fez, because when I see you, you're just tainted from this like a rape victim.
I am an innocent victim in all of this.
Still, what happens to rape victims? Everyone feels a little uneasy about them.
I'm dirty.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I've done the same thing. If I'm in there and I get a call, I just answer it, and if anything's going to make any noise, I just kind of move my thumb over top the speakers so over the microphones, nobody hears anything.
See, I would think the echo alone from being in the bathroom, the acoustics in there would give it away immediately.
All right. Oh, I'm so disgusted. Paul, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. In the mornings when I was a kid, my dad used to sit on the john, with the door open, and he'd be sitting there with his bowl of cereal.
All right.
I'm serious. Hey, but you know what? There's another thing.
Wait a minute. Well, you can't say another thing after you've just given me the most disgusting news I've had in my life. I feel like I'm twirling right now. Like I've been I will tell you a story. I dated this girl who had a real big, thick dad. That's really being nice for saying fat. And I saw him walk into the bathroom with a hoagie. Oh! Because he would have all these magazines. Like, you went in to use their bathroom. It looked like a library. There were so many magazines. The guy must have really struggled with it. And I see him make himself a big hoagie and go walking in with it.
He doesn't know how long he's going to be in there.
And you know what I said? Excuse me, you filthy pig. You're keeping your daughter. Because I want no part of your family.
This guy's dad's taking in one bowl of Cocoa Pebbles and leaving another.
What's wrong with you, Fez, that you seem to find such joy in this? Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah. Hey, Ron and Fez, how you doing? Long-time listener, and I think you're great. Fez Marie, you're crazy, man.
Yeah.
You crack me up. Hey, I just want to say I'm with you, Ron. I think it's the most disgusting thing in the entire world.
I don't even understand it. I don't even understand it for a second.
What happened to just taking the sports page in there?
Laura, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi. I am a spiritual advisor, get paid $3.99 a minute, and there are many conversations that take place in my bathroom.
Well, yeah, some guys like that, I'm sure.
Well, now, I'm a spiritual advisor. I'm not, it's just like Mrs. Cleo.
And what are you doing, exercising demons?
Exactly.
What do you see?
I get paid to do it.
What do you see for Fez right now, spiritual advisor?
Oh, I get paid $3.99 a minute for that, guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, guess what?
You sound like you're really good at it.
Yeah. Oh, how filthy. How filthy. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Guys, how do you deal with, the hot chick that's...
First of all, number one is different. That's a world of difference to me, my friend. I know you could say it's close. I still find it a world of difference.
Well, the issue is that they're chatting, and they're like, oh, I got to do it. And then next thing you know, you're hearing the noises.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, that's filthy. All right, see you later.
That number 2, particles get airborne. I'll leave it at that.
Just disgusted. I'm just disgusted. Here's Bill. Bill, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's a whole nother level for you. You're 7 or 8 years old, staying with your grandmother who uses the bathroom with the door open, and she calls you over to talk to her while she's doing it.
No.
Yes. Oh, she's famous in my family for that, man. Oh, I'm still traumatized to this day by that. She started off by, like, if she forgot, like, toilet paper or something, if she didn't have it in there, she lived in one of those small houses where they had the closet outside of the bathroom. She'd call you over and say, hey, could you get me some toilet paper? And it was having a conversation with you like it's nothing.
Oh, my God.
Your grandmother, man.
And they wonder why some people kill their family.
One holiday season, we had an aunt visiting, and my dad had to take me aside and say, be careful going down the hallway. This aunt likes to keep the door open.
Oh, yeah, my dad's got like
into the bathroom.
5 or 6 brothers and sisters, man. All my cousins say the same thing. They get sent to when they would stay with her, man. We get together and compare stories, man. It's just you just sitting on the can, taking one, and just she'd call you over and talk to you about how nice a day it was outside.
Oh my God, stop!
All
right, stop it! Oh my God, I would be outside. I'd be outside constantly. You saw your aunt do this, Fez?
Yeah. It was like I came around the corner and like the door was open and I had to spin back the other way. Try to, that 1 foot spin.
Yeah.
The about face.
Is this why you're into guys now?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just go a little too blunt. Oh, that's just disgusting. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dave.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. How y'all doing?
Cool. What can we do for you?
Good. Look, I had a friend. This has got to be the tops. Would sit in the bathroom when he was eating. He wouldn't like bowl cereal, sit on the toilet, and eat a cereal sandwich or whatever.
All right, I can't hear this. It's bad enough with the talking, but somebody having food completely freaks me out.
It's sounding more common than not, Ronnie.
I don't want any part of it. This is not my world anymore, Fez. Here's our pal Mikey boy, Mikey.
Hey, guys, I've never actually done it because I find the whole thing pretty disgusting, but I had a roommate in college, and he always used to have the door to the bathroom open, always. He'd be on the phone, in the apartment phone, a lot on the can, and he'd drag it around, so he'd have the cord around the corner to be on the can, and at least 3 or 4 times he'd be sitting there on the phone eating a sandwich with the door open.
No.
Yeah.
That's just filthy.
And now that's a phone that everyone's supposed to use.
Exactly.
Yeah, good point. Now that mouthpiece is so close to the toilet.
It just clogged.
All right, thanks, Mikey boy.
See you guys.
See you Thursday night, Mikey.
At Dave and Buster's in Bethesda.
A friend of mine, his girlfriend, he's dating a stripper, and she works at a club around here.
You are so cool. Go ahead.
And their bathroom stalls have no doors on them. And she was like telling us stories about how they just have to go in front of each other.
What are they, in the Marines?
I don't know, but
it's one of the things the Marines do.
Kind of ruined the fantasy for me, though.
Ruined it or made your fantasy?
A little bit of both, actually.
Yeah.
You're the one keeping Sid on the line for 30 minutes.
I didn't know.
At $3.99 a minute or whatever the lady said it is.
You know.
Ear feels violated.
You know. Pat, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, Baldy?
Hey, buddy, what can we do for you?
Long-time listener when you guys were on 102.7 in New York. Thank God you guys are here now and on 105.7 in Baltimore.
Thank you very much, my man.
Hey, I'm on the bowl right now.
You're disgusting.
That's filthy.
Oh. Now I'm itching.
Why?
I don't know. I feel filthy.
That's filthy. All right, one of the people we work with actually did that today. He will remain nameless, Fez. We'll never bring his name up on the air. No, don't try to guess.
No, I don't have to guess.
Why?
Well, I have one guess.
What?
Tim?
How would you know that?
I can just tell. He's a little too happy.
All right, well, let's not even mention it. Oh, was he happy on the phone? Oh, he was ecstatic talking to his friend. Flight times were coming up. I could not believe it. I felt like suddenly I was in a different country. Like those countries where instead of having a toilet, they're happy with just like a hole in the floor.
You know, I'm sure he washes up afterwards and everything, but still, the whole image is there. And he's one of those guys that always likes to shake our hand every day.
Stop it. anybody calling him Tim the Rim. It happened. I'm willing to put it behind me.
What are you going to think of every time you see his dreads?
That's what I'm going to think of. Where they hanging in? All right, let's talk a little football. Fez, you excited about this season?
I am very excited about it. I was surprised how excited I got over the very first preseason game last night.
You were excited that they're playing football again. It's all coming down. We're talking to somebody who's written a novel. He's a former professional football player. Now written a novel called Fourth and Fixed.
Yeah, it's Reggie Rivers from the Broncos, formerly of the Broncos, and it's all about a couple of wise guys who try to fix an entire NFL season and who all they get involved.
It's going to be an interesting season. I know you love football, Fez, but wouldn't it be just so exciting to fix a game yourself? And I don't know whether this has happened. Maybe somebody can answer this. Has there ever been a case where they've caught pro football players trying to fix a game? I know it's happening with college basketball. I know the baseball story is the famous 1919 White Sox. I don't think it's happened since then. Pete Rose got kicked out of baseball for just gambling on other baseball games. So they stay on it pretty strong because they don't want to ruin the integrity of the league. I will tell you this, I didn't know this. Every NFL team has a guy assigned to it, normally former FBI, who keeps an eye on the players, follows them around, finds out who they're talking to, also watches the game to see if anything funny happens. See if there wasn't a fumble that took place where it shouldn't have, where an interception shouldn't have taken place.
I would question referees constantly.
If you were going to try to fix a game, yeah, the referee would be a great person to get to because they get, what, $40,000, $50,000 a year? There's a position where you can pull back a touchdown.
And all of the referees carry other jobs. This is NFL's the only league.
Right. It's the only league that they're not really professional people. If you were going to go after a player, though, if you were trying to rig the game, who would you go after?
I would probably go after, like, an offensive lineman or something. Someone who's not going to be noticed so much if someone slips through or a play falls apart. Just somebody, a face in the crowd.
The only problem with that, and this is what would worry me about putting money down on it, how do you know that the offensive lineman having a bad day could really tilt the game? You know what I'm saying? I know it would throw off the quarterback, but could it tilt it? Maybe if you went after a D-back and say 2 plays. That's it. 2 plays. Here's when the plays happen. I want this guy wide open. I want you to blow your coverage. But would that be too apparent? Where suddenly you miss the guy by 2-3 yards on one certain play, and it happens twice a game. All right, we're going to be talking about this coming up in just a few moments. It's Fourth and Fixed is the name of the book.
And we'll be talking to Reggie Rivers, formerly of the Denver Broncos.
Back in just a few moments. It's the Ron and Fez Show.